Three head coaches were fired on Black Monday in the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals fired head coach Jonathan Gannon after 3 seasons, a 15-36 record, including 3-14 this year. The Las Vegas Raiders firing Pete Carroll after 1 season, in which they also went 3-14. Cleveland Browns fired Kevin Stefanski, who won 2 Coach of the Year awards and made 2 playoff trips in 6 seasons in Cleveland, but went 8-26 over the past 2 years. ESPN reports Stefanski is currently expected to speak with the Falcons, Giants, and Titans about their head coaching jobs, and additionally that the Titans will be interviewing former Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. The Bengals announced they're keeping head coach Zach Taylor and general manager Duke Tobin. The New York Giants announced that they will retain general manager Joe Schoen. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
All right. Hey, a new year, a new me. You supposed to say that?
Look like the same doofus I saw last year.
That's true.
That's Rich Davis. I'm Covino. And it is Happy New Year. Today's the last day we say because we're back at the grind.
Yeah.
Back at work. You saw Hank from The Office. You wished him a new year. You saw your neighbor. We're moving forward now, all right? Happy holidays. We're Covino and Rich.
Or as Dick Clark said back in the day, Happy New Year.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Which means we're going to do big things in 2026. Asses getting kicks in 2026. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. If you miss any of the show, you want to catch the podcast, search Covino and Rich, or better yet, we're streaming live on YouTube, Covino and Rich, FSR. Let's be rocking out. Let's go.
Are you surprised I'm in good spirits, even though my 49ers blew it? We're going to get to everything that went down in the NFL. Things that made you go, coming up in a minute.
When you say blew it like that, are you doing Adam Sandler or are you doing De Niro in Copland?
You blew it!
That's Sandler. Yeah, you're not doing, I gave you a chance to win and you blew it.
When I say, how you doing, are you thinking Wendy Williams or Joey Tribbiani?
I'm thinking Rasputia. How you doing? From, what was that, Norbit? How you doing?
Oh, you're the guy that watched Norbit?
Yeah, that's a great
movie that ruined Eddie Murphy's
That's
Oscar hopes.
Best movie. By the way, I'm Covino. That is Rich. We got super producer Danny G.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Even though his team stinks, they stink the best way possible with the first-round pick.
They stink in the best way
possible.
We are the draft champions.
Yeah, man. You're going to have a bunch of Mexicans and Cubans now at the Raiders games. So we also have Iowa.
We're already there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah. We have Iowa Samuel.
Hello, gentlemen. It's been a minute since I've seen you in person.
I know.
Dude, you got some Vicks Vapor Rub on that chest?
I'm working on it.
Got to rub the Vicks in 2026.
Oh, geez,
you sound a little stuffed, man.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Vicks in 2026.
Yeah, because
I'll work on that.
Iowa Sam canceled on our little get-together over the weekend because he had the sniffles. But I'm
you don't want me hacking all over you.
That's true. Hack us in here in the studio. And, of course, Spotty's on the videos. What's up, Spot? He's on the videos. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Lowenkron's here. Let the Wild Rumpus start.
You know what? Let's do it. Things that made you go, week 18 of the NFL.
Let's go, baby!
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go,
I mean, I could start like everyone else with the Ravens and Steelers, but Danny G, you got your Raiders hat on. I think you should be the most hopeful dude in the room. You have Genty, you have Bowers, you're going to have Mendoza. Tom Brady's leading a new head coaching search. I think as a Raiders fan, you should be in a really good mood today.
It's a strange mood because how many coaches have they gone through? Brady has to help get this right once and for all.
No, he's busy with Alex Earl, bro. Sorry.
No, she's rubbing his back.
Yeah, but I was going to say, bring her to the office.
You know, there's an update on that I'll bring up in a few minutes. But, yeah, the Raiders seem to be in a good situation. They learned from their mistakes, right, Danny G? Because they pulled with the Giants.
Yeah, Groundhog's Day, right?
Well, they did. You're right, Covino, for the simple fact that the last few seasons, they won meaningless games at the very end and then went down the draft board and never were able to get their franchise QB.
Well, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, remember how like a year ago or so you're like, oh, Michael Penix, so you wanted this guy or that guy. Maybe it all is going to be worth it because if you could have Mendoza, Genti, Bowers, use your whole draft equity and your offseason to pump up that offensive line.
Build both lines.
Offensive line first.
Dude, offensive.
Get that done.
Offensive line
Mendoza.
and protect those three guys we just talked about. Gives them some time. And Tom Brady on the coaching search?
They have the second most cap space in the NFL going into the free agency season. So
if Tom Brady can lure coaches the way he does hot ass, maybe there's hope for you.
Oh, yeah. Then your Raiders are going to be unstoppable. So
come on.
Congrats to the Raiders on sucking the best and
still beating the Chiefs.
But looks like Fernando Mendoza's your guy, man. And this is when we open it up to the Fox Sports Radio Nation. It's been a minute. Hope you guys enjoyed the holidays. It's good to be back into the routine. And we open up the phones at 877-99 on Fox. Is any observation you made in the world of football especially, but could have been anything you watched, anything you did over the weekend, over the past few days. You hit us up now. There's no wrong answers. Any observations in life and in football that made you go,
My observation is the priest who put holy water in the end zone.
Dude, that's a good story.
Where the kick was missed by the Ravens.
There was some divine intervention going on there. What a drama game.
You telling me Jesus is a Steelers fan?
You know what I thought? I thought yesterday was kind of boring until that Steelers game.
Agreed.
You know, I watched it. A lot of meaningless games. I get it. You know, it's obvious. But, you know, some records being broken. Props to Myles Garrett. And, you know, we'll discuss other observations. But
a couple of crazy long field goals.
Yeah. Some crazy moments. A lot of people sitting out. I get it. But until that game, it was boring. And maybe the priest with the holy water had something to do with it. Because, man.
The power of kicks compels you.
Yeah.
The power of kicks compels you.
Something happened at the end of that game, and maybe it was the holy water. Maybe other teams follow suit because it worked out for the Steelers. Congrats to them. Hope you had a Steelers sort of weekend. They won 26-24, 10-7.
You make it sound like when Rocky stopped on his way to the fight
Hey.
at Father Carmine's.
Maybe there's something
Hey,
to it.
Father Carmine.
And
Rocky.
aside from that story, you know, Aaron Rodgers wins with the help of Jesus and holy water, and he wins without DK Metcalf. That says a lot. Ooh. It was close. It came down to the wire, and DK said today he's excited as hell to be back. And as they said at the end of the game yesterday, probably no one more happier than him because of the position he put his team in.
It's funny. I wrote down a little question for you guys. Who let out a bigger sigh of relief when Loop missed that field goal? Boswell or DK Metcalf?
Ooh, I would say Metcalf because of, you know, Boswell didn't have a long time to simmer in that, right? Even though that was another just weird, crazy moment.
That missed extra point. That missed extra point. You were like, oh no!
Yeah, I was like,
and then Isaiah
me?
Likely's catch to get down into it right there for the field goal.
The drama was just, it was like a movie. It really was. That's why this game totally redeemed the boring Week 18 that it was. Like, this made it all worth the while. Boswell misses that field goal. I mean, that extra point, and you're like, what the hell? How is that even possible? How do they have a chance to win? They still had a chance to win and blew it at the end. I would say DK Metcalf had the bigger sigh of relief, Rich, because he was like, there was so many plays where you know it was meant to go to him, and you know he would have made the difference, and he wasn't there to do it.
What do you guys think Justin Tucker was thinking when he was watching the very end of the game?
That guy's probably laughing. You know what? He's thinking, you guys let me go because I like a little rubby tuggy and some accusations. You know, fans were like, he would have made it. I feel bad for Loop. You see the comments? The comment section? He posted pictures of him and his beautiful fiance recently, and every comment.
Well, he had to disable the comments.
Yeah. Disgruntled fans ran to his social media.
It's horrible the way he's getting
behavior.
bullied. Yeah, it's big-time loser behavior. Here's why. You can sum it up by saying this.
Yeah.
When the actual team is more gracious about it than the fans, like you saw Lamar Jackson as a leader saying he's a rookie. It happened. We got to move forward. They had a weird season, up and down season anyway. It just wasn't their season to begin with. And
you saw Coach walking them into the tunnel.
Coach walks them in. Like, they're showing their sympathy, and fans are acting like big baby biatches. That's just gross. And, Sam, you nailed it. It was so bad and so vicious that the comments were disabled. And it's really sad. Look, no one feels worse than he does. So Tyler Loop currently being bullied by Ravens fans as we speak.
Well, I look at it this way, Cove. It's sometimes a team could sneak into the playoffs and really make some noise, right? Did anyone in this room think that the Ravens were going to make noise in the AFC, or is it just not their year? Like, no, I don't think anyone here is like, man, if the Ravens would have just, kicked that field goal, you think they're going to beat Houston?
The way they were playing in the fourth quarter.
I just feel like
if Henry was able to put the team on his back like he did the previous week.
But what? Let's call a spade. They were an under 500 team when the season was over. 8 and 9.
Even Jackson said they said it many times throughout the game. Like, it's been a weird season. Like, nothing consistent for the team.
8 and 9. Don't make it seem like they missed the playoffs at 11 and 6.
They started 1 and 5.
Yeah, if they would have got in, it would have been all the difference. No, they didn't deserve to be there. No one under 500 could ever make an argument to me that, like, man, they were close. You're a losing team.
Yeah. 8 and 19.
Again,
but everybody thought they were going to rally, and they did kind of. And then they got to a point where, like, then they started losing games again. And I'm like, they're not. I'm like, if they get to the playoffs, I'm going to feel like such a buffoon because I thought they're not. I said it on the air. I'm like, they're not going to get to the playoffs, and they were this close. They were a kick away.
Do you think, from a rating standpoint, that the NFL and the ratings TV gods were hoping for Lamar and Derrick Henry and that Ravens team, or do you think or is the Aaron Rodgers storyline done?
No,
or do you think that's still intriguing?
No, it's very intriguing.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It's first time in the playoffs since 2021.
And dare I say, that's huge, Sam. As a show, and
for
Danny
him,
G,
for Rodgers.
I know. Danny G likes to limit our Aaron Rodgers conversations.
Yeah, although I did pick him to go to the playoffs.
You definitely did, I remember, but I'm really happy for him, man. I really am. I'm happy for him. I'm intrigued by the storyline. I think they're going to be contending. I think they're solid with DK Metcalf coming back, and I quote again, excited as hell to be back. I think he has a lot to prove now, and like a lot of amends to make with the fans and with the team, and he's gonna do it on the field. So I think that makes them even more dangerous, and he's fresher as a result.
You know what I observe about Aaron Rodgers, and I wonder if you guys feel the same way. I feel like when you see him in a post game, he seems so comfortable and natural and with who he is, where if it wasn't for the documentaries and all the reasons people were like, Aaron Rodgers, like, he seems to me like a guy that's pretty confident in who he is. Mm-hmm. And his interviews, he always laughing a little bit. And like, I don't know. I feel like I
think he's like a bad top 40 hit, Rich. Oversaturated is what happened.
Because when you saw him last night after the game, and
he's like, call me maybe in the early 2000s.
Very much, yeah.
The post-game reporter asked him, is this it for you? And he chuckled like, no, I'm just, he's like, I haven't been there since 2021. Take a listen to Aaron Rodgers after the game. He speaks in like a light, friendly way. It doesn't seem like canned BS answers.
It's pretty emotional, honestly. It's been a great year. So I'm thankful for these guys and excited to be going to the playoffs for the first time in a long while.
Does that mean you're riding off into the sunset after this?
No, it's been a grinding year. And 2 years before that were tough as well. So it's been an absolute blessing to be here with these fans and this organization and Mike T and the leadership that we got with these guys. And, I think we found that little bit, that's something special, which is belief tonight on the offensive side. And I'm proud of our guys, the way we responded in the fourth quarter.
Doesn't that sound
I had to ask it.
So much more natural than like some of the other canned answers you hear?
I love the answer, and I'm not faulting the question because you want the juice, you want the meat. Yeah. But, why are you rushing the retirement when he's excited about the playoffs?
Fernando Mendoza seems more natural at the end of games.
Oh, man.
I'm really excited to be here!
Yeah, but he's like another level, man.
Can I back it up, though, and ask you guys about the Ravens? No one's talking about this. That last 21 seconds bothered me. They had 2 downs to work with, 21 seconds to work with. Now, I realize you're out of timeouts. It's iffy right there. But do you not try to throw something to the sideline to get 10 more yards to make it a 34-yard field goal?
Yeah, you know what? I think last night we realized something. And you see it around the NFL. They had to point out during the broadcast, hey, fans, I know we're used to guys hitting 65, 70-yard field goals in practice and in games. Like we're making it seem like 40 to 50-yard field goals are chip shots.
Yeah.
They are not. We grew up at a time. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s like us.
I mean, when Little's hitting 67-yard field goals, though, it doesn't seem that drastic.
Bro, I think, you know how in baseball they show those stats about how drastic, like, each year stolen bases go down and down. Like the stats that have a major trend. I bet, and I've never looked this up, I bet you 50-plus yard field goals is like a ridiculous, like it looks like a stock chart that's to the moon. Like 50-yard field goals, back in the day, if a guy hit one a year, it'd be like, oh, my God. Like Janikowski, Danny G, like there was only a few guys that I thought were even capable of a 50-yard field goal.
Gruden lined him up for a 73-yarder one time, remember?
But we now assume, what is this, be a 54-yarder? You're assuming, 54-yarder, he's got it.
Yeah, they're all Janikowskis now, all of them.
Jeez. So I think you're right. There was a part of me that thought, hey, you know what? Even 3 or 4 more yards, a little dump-off pass, spike the ball quick. I think you were complacent.
When he centered the ball, Lamar Jackson, with his knee down, I was right there. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Hitting a
cocksure
55 to whatever 62-yarder and hitting it and getting it unexpected. It's expected to hit a 44-yarder, and so it's like the way we look at these things, the context of it is different.
You're right about that.
You're like, you should go out and hit a 40-some-yarder. When you miss it, you're like, what?
When you look back, I mean, granted, we were kids. We were little kids, so you weren't studying the game of football the way we all analyze it now and have fun with it. But when Scott Norwood, wide right, that was a 39 yards, right? 39-yard field goal? 38, what was it?
It was 47, and it would have been his longest ever field goal on grass.
47,
wow.
I'm sorry.
I just remember.
But I remember under
face
50.
mask.
Under 50, that's, guys have missed field goals shorter than that,
I looked up the stat for you, Rich. NFL kickers convert approximately 80% of 44-yard field goal attempts.
That's insane.
No, we've come a long way.
47, yes. Norwood. Why did I think 39? What was 39? Was that Ray Finkel?
When you lost your virginity.
39, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
Oh, the age I keep telling people I am?
Yes, that's it. Yep, that's what it is.
39 knew
what
it
Rich
ring a bell.
pretends to be.
Oh, that's a good one.
But your observations, we continue, things that make you go, week 18, Covino and Rich, 877-99 on Fox. A lot of it Steelers related. That was the game.
I'm reading the feedback. People are backing me at least. Luigi just hit us up going, Rich, you're so right. 50-plus yard field goals when we were kids, that's like maybe a couple times a year a guy even attempted it, like 50-plus yard field goals. Now, you'll see a guy like in this game, he's 2 for 2 for 50-plus, and you're like, that's a day at the office. You hit 2 50-yard field goals in a game? Back in the day, maybe people had 2 in a career.
Back in the day, Herman Munster. Remember Herman Munster kicked one? It exploded.
I remember there was a Disney Sunday night movie. Do you guys remember the mule that kicked field goals? Was it Gus?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. I remember that. All right, so any other observations, hit us up at 877-99 on Fox. I do believe that the Steelers might be more dangerous than we give them credit for, especially with DK coming back and a lot to prove. Aaron Rodgers, like you said, he's got a lot to prove. I don't think he's retiring. Collinsworth was alluding to the fact that, if they lose this game, it might be over for him. But if he wins, he might have more left in him, And you know what? They won. They looked good. He looked decent doing it. In the beginning, it was a little rough, but they did what they had to do. So props again to the Steelers and all the teams that move forward.
Yeah, there are so many observations from, as our buddy Zach hit us up, that week 18. But hey, listen, we learned a lot, and there's so many great wild card games. We're going to dissect those bad boys. But what's that movie that you loved in the 2000 spot with Ashton Kutcher? I know you're a big Ashton Kutcher fan.
The Butterfly Effect?
Yeah, you're going to have to be more specific.
Covino nailed it. Butterfly Effect.
He dominated the early 2000s.
Wow, Butterfly.
I just guessed. That was the only movie I was going to say, hey, dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my car?
Dude! Bro! There's a Butterfly Effect that should haunt fans. Do you remember a meaningless game this year in the NFL where the Jets mounted a comeback and beat the Falcons? The Jets beat the Falcons in a meaningless middle-of-the-year game. Now, the Falcons had a losing record, but the Jets beat them on a last-minute field goal, like a long field goal, too. Speaking of field goals, it was 50-plus. If that doesn't happen, the Jets get the number 1 pick. because that would be one game different, and the Falcons win that game, they make the postseason at 9-8, and
yeah, they were one game away from a playoff.
And guess what? Raheem Morris probably doesn't lose his job.
Not at all.
The GM, they probably considered, hey, they weren't as good as we should, but we'll keep it rolling. So that one meaningless Jets-Falcons game changes the trajectory of the Jets don't get Mendoza, and the Falcons are revamping because they just fell short, so they're just going to start over. So it's funny how the little things like that, like, didn't the Jets also miss out on Trevor Lawrence a couple years ago because of like a meaningless thing? So it shows that guys are trying to win out there. No matter how dumpy the team is, they're trying to win.
Speaking of the butterfly effect and how things panned out, the Giants, can we talk about that a little bit too?
Ooh.
Did the Giants blow it, or do you respect that they went out there trying to at least prove something and they won a few meaningless games? What are your views on that? Like, do you look at a Jackson Dart and say, I don't want any quarterback even in the vicinity of my team? I don't care if they use that as trade bait or whatever the case may be. We're going out there to win. We compete. Like, did the Giants blow it, or do you respect it?
Listen, circumstantial, right? Like, I look at it and say, if you're Jackson Dart and the Giants and you think you have your guy, if you think you have Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboo, Malik Neighbors, and you have your core.
Yeah, but the truth is,
then winning a game makes a difference of maybe you get pick 3 or 7 instead of 1, which makes a difference. But if you're not going after Mendoza, I think watching Jackson Dart progress is more important to that organization.
I think so too. But you read the temperature, and we're from New York, New Jersey. The Giants can't even lose the right way. They blew it. They suck. They blew their chance at the first pick. I'm like, yeah, but you got to respect that they're there to compete. You had Scatterboo out there cheering them on, at least, leading the team. Jackson Dart showing what he does. I understand what was at stake, but I do respect it in the same breath. I mean, it's competition. It's football. These are the greatest competitors. You can't expect these dudes. I understand the organizations may want something, but you can't expect these players to do what's best for the organization.
I'm not
in that situation.
I'll be honest. I'm a little too trustworthy. I never believe that the fix is in. I know some people always say, "Oh, it's whatever." I don't believe in that nonsense. But do you think there was a sense, Danny G, when your team saw that the Giants won, that them winning felt okay? I'm not saying you were going to hand the game to the Chiefs, but you would have felt pretty disappointed had the Giants lost and you guys beat the Chiefs. You would have been like,
with that 60-yard field goal from Carlson, Raider Nation would have lost their mind if they would have lost the number 1 pick on a 60-yard field goal, which Carlson, if you remember back earlier in the season, they lost on that last-second field goal against Chicago because it got blocked at the line, remember?
Yeah.
If Carlson had booted that kick back then against Chicago, the whole season would have been different probably. So, yeah, it's funny how it all works out, but I'm with Covino on this. I think you got to give respect to the teams that still go out there and are like, it's easier when you have your franchise quarterback, or you think you do. Like the draft, quote-unquote, experts, they say the Giants' biggest needs during the offseason, center, cornerback, and wide receiver depth.
Yeah,
so you could get that at the 5th pick.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think, that's very attainable, not having the number 1 pick. The only reason,
and it's momentum moving forward. I think you're proving a little something. You're leaving something out on the field, and I think it's good for the Giants in a weird way. I understand the criticism. Another Giants note you guys may have missed is Russell Wilson. You may have seen him at the ball drop during the New Year's Rockin' Eve, right?
Him and Sierra were hanging out there.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson, as of today, I haven't seen this anywhere else, said that he tore his hammy in week 2, but didn't tell anybody. So that was the story behind the story. But my question, and what makes me go, is this. I understand there's something about being that macho guy in the locker room, or just trying to fight for your career and play through the injury, and I understand that, but when you're Russell Wilson getting all that criticism, why wouldn't you tell people that you're hurt and that's why?
Sounds like an excuse.
It does. It's like a fighter who gets his ass beat, and then he says, "Yeah, well, during the whole camp, and I broke my hand in the first round." It's like, it just sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah, but it is.
Hey, dude, you got your ass whooped.
It's true. It's true. Hey, we're gonna get.
Yeah, but then why wouldn't you have said something in week 2?
It's a great question. Maybe you guys have the answer.
That's the Russell Wilson update that makes me say, Giants blow it or respect it. The Steelers game. We talked about the Falcons. We still got to talk about Tom Brady and more. Any observations you made Week 18 or anything that happened over the holiday or this weekend, hit us up. We'll get to all your phone calls, all your feedback next at 877-99 on Fox, Covino and Rich.
Now it all comes down to this one game, the best of the best playing for the Lombardi. So if you're watching at home, watch it like it matters on a TCL Ultimate Series, the QM 8K or the QM 9K.
This is Super Bowl football. Bright stadium lights, fast cuts, big hits, and bigger debates. Was he in? Did it move? Did it cross? TCL brings the ultimate brightness and the ultimate black level so the picture stays clean from kickoff to the final drive.
It's clear that you could almost smell the freshly cut grass. Look at that. You see the ball spin on the deep shot, a toe drag on the sideline, no blur, no hold up, run it back. You got the best with TCL. And go big. The Ultimate Series is available. Get this, 98 inches. 98. Are you into that big? I think 98 is the perfect size.
So every seat's a great seat, not just the people in the middle. If you can't be in the stadium, TCL Ultimate Series is the next best seat, available at all major retailers.
TCL, the official TV partner of the NFL, here for Super Bowl 60. The question really is, Drake May is him, or is he? Because we don't quite know. It's the big question today, and I'm here to tell you that I think he is.
Well, keep in mind, you could be prisoner of the moment. You can't deny that the guy is great, but people live in a world of headlines, and people love to say things like, he's the next Tom Brady. I mean, I will admit this. They didn't struggle really that long. Like, they found their guy immediately. It's like a guy who lost his wife and then found another hot one a few years later. It happened really quick. There was no really downtime and down period for the Patriots.
There were some Cam Newton years in there and some other
just
experiments.
A few, but it seems like they are back and in full force again, beating the Jets yesterday to kick off Week 11, 27-14. They're now 9-2.
Well,
but if you read like what people are saying on social media, like, Tom Brady was cloned, man. He's Tom Brady. Is he really Tom Brady? Is he him, as the kiddos say, as Rich just said? 877-99 on Fox. That's the question. Plus, there's a whole story about his wife.
Well, here's the thing. When you ask yourself, is Drake May the real deal, essentially? You got to remind yourself, he was a top-level pick. It's not like he's some guy that's just like, got lucky.
I get it. Not a surprise, but not everybody pans out either, as you see in the NFL.
People love to say, well, look at their schedule, it's weak. And I will forever hate that argument because you only play who's on your schedule. You can't dictate and be like, we want tougher competition. You play who's on your schedule. And if you think back, Danny G, Week 1, the Patriots lost to your Raiders.
Yo, what up, Danny G?
Oh, yeah, Geno Smith looked excellent in that game.
And we thought like, oh, man, Patriots, what a rough Week 1. They lost to the Raiders. Then we thought for a minute your Raiders might be good. Since then,
get this.
Since then, this team has gone 9-1.
9-1. Drake May stepped up. And again, they're playing the Jets. 281 yards, 1 tutty, but just looking solid. And the whole team sort of vibes around them. They're 4-2 at home and 9-2 overall. The Patriots are the real deal. Of course, there's the Colts. Of course, there's the Broncos. Of course, there's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But got to be high on the Patriots. Is he the guy, or are we just really excited that he could be or appears to be or seems to be the next Tom Brady?
Well, in a world where everyone clearly loves to gamble, that's another storyline in the world of sports lately.
He's going to hate that comparison if not speaking out about it already. It's like filling really big shoes. It's like, let me just be the best Drake May I could be. Because you're never – like being compared to Tom Brady is the worst thing in the world. But it's like – and I hate to give you a Yankee example. It's like who was always going to follow Jeter? That was always a conversation. That's what Volpe's haunted by right now.
Look at the odds right now via DraftKings Sportsbook. Drake May is your favorite to win the MVP. I repeat, Drake May is your favorite to win the MVP. So I look at this as an opportunity to say, what's the better bet? Because Danny G, Dan Byer, I was Sam, our team back in L.A., can we all agree that, like, we're not quite sure that is the result, fast forward the second half of the year? Would you be confident in putting your cash behind Drake May?
All right, yeah. Narratives change week to week, and you know this because we talk about it. You know, he could all of a sudden have a few bad games, and then we're saying Drake May might be ass. That's just how the sports world works. It's a very fickle fan base. We love to cheer people when they're hot and tear them down when they stink. So we'll see. It's still way early. I mean, even though it's week 11 already. But anything can happen in the next few weeks. Why don't you do what you do best? Schedule watch.
Oh, Sam, I have to do it. Can we schedule watch maybe?
Let's break it down. Let's figure it out.
Oh, boy.
The Rich loves to look at the schedule game.
Schedule watching. Yeah.
That's how you figure it out.
Watching. All right, let's take a look at where the Patriots go from here. Because you could say, all right, well, listen, they're 9-2. They play at the Bengals. That is a winnable game.
Yeah.
10-2. They play Giants in New England. 11-2. They play the Bills. Let's assume the Bills and Pats split. 11-3.
Okay.
The Ravens, who are fighting, right? They're back on track. Maybe 11-4. We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Jets, 12-4. Dolphins, who will be probably playing for nothing. This Patriots team could go 13-4. And then you're saying, well, that seems like a possibility that Drake May could be your MVP if he continues to play the way he's been playing. But let me give you the Vegas odds of other guys in the mix.
And he plays some stinkers, padding those numbers, playing the Jets again. And, yeah, so if he keeps it up, so what Danny G is saying is nothing against Aaron Rodgers. He's just overrated and oversaturated. Oversaturated was the word, like a pop hit from the early 2000s.
Huh.
This song was everywhere in the early 2000s.
No doubt. All right, hey, let's go to your feedback. A lot of phone calls coming in, so if you want to say hi to people. And
yeah, but Danny G, what if Call Me Maybe made a comeback like now? That's sort of what Aaron Rodgers did.
With a better beat and better lyrics?
Yeah, how cool is that? I mean, it's been a long time. So anyway, Covino and Rich, it's good to be back. Happy New Year. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. Switch to life-changing wet, extra-large, flushable Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes.
Because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon and all major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes. Best clean, pants down. Get it? Pants down.
Sweet.
All right. Observations from Week 18 of the NFL. And by the way, I'm looking at the feedback. I'm not ignoring the 49ers losing. I'm getting to it.
Things that make you go.
Yeah, but
it was Saturday.
I was going to say.
Their offense couldn't do anything. You got to give credit where it's due, and that's Seattle Seahawks defense. If they play like that throughout the playoffs, I'm not quite sure who will score on them.
It's just such a contrast because weeks leading up to that game, the 49ers, Rich's 49ers, offense looked unstoppable, just driving the ball with ease, just moving the ball downfield, and couldn't do anything against the Seahawks.
Can't do nothing.
I said this to Rich. It's like they always say in baseball, good pitching stops good hitting. Well, good defense like the Seahawks stomped, clobbered the 49ers offense.
You know, I believe it was our boy KB. Who called that game? Was it Burkhardt? No, that was Aikman and Buck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
I believe they were even saying during the broadcast, like, it felt like the 49ers were earning every yard. Like, if McCaffrey ran for 4, it was like a hard, tough 4. It wasn't like, just bounce through the line of scrimmage. Like, every yard, they were stingy as F. The Seahawks defense, if Dan Byer was here, I'd give him a salute and a bro hug and say, listen, man, your team deserved that 1 seed. The Niners couldn't get the job done.
A salute, a bro hug, and a slap in the ass because his team, they dominated the 49ers.
The whole
Great
reason.
job.
That's the whole reason Mike McDonald, it's spelled M-A-C, so is it like Mac?
Great job.
Great job.
Mike McDonald, though, defensive coordinator of Michigan and then the Ravens, speaking of the Ravens, that's why he got this Seattle gig. So it does not surprise me their defense is playing this well.
Dude, it was pretty impressive, I will say.
It was, man.
But you know what, though? I think I'll be excuse boy. I think Trent Williams, Ricky Pearsall, some of the missing layers, if the 49ers get past Philadelphia and they have to play the if they have to play the Seahawks again in 2 weeks, I don't hate our chances to make it more competitive.
But you still had big weapons out there, McCaffrey, Kittle, and they seemed to
game to game is different.
Even Purdy, couldn't really do much against that defense.
They were
props to them.
They were one goal line McCaffrey tip into an interception away from being. It would have been 13-10 with 10 minutes left of the game. So it wasn't terrible. The Niners defense a little better than I thought they would. They held them.
Yeah, but no tutties.
Can I share a stat with you
Yeah.
that I found wild? It was Kyle Shanahan's first game with the Niners. He was held to 3 points, and he had not been held to 3 points or less until that game.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like a span of 7-8 seasons.
So I'm not saying
since 2017.
I'm not saying the 49ers go into Seattle in a couple weeks and get revenge. You never know, but I'll tell you what. That was an all-time performance by the Seattle Seahawks defense.
It really was.
Because, you think Kyle Shanahan's going to have his 2 worst games? And I say that confidently because I am shocked that the Eagles are favored by 3.5. I know they're home, but
That's why. That's the only reason why.
If you've been watching that Eagles team, do they scare you? I mean, if they could beat the Niners and I could,
I feel like they lost steam.
What's the old stupid? I don't get the expression. Eat crow. What does that even mean? I'll be upset.
Yeah, Rich, the Eagles had 9 penalties called against them again. They are playing sloppy right now, especially on the offensive side of the ball. So,
Danny G, would you be shocked if the Niners? Would you be shocked if the Niners beat the Eagles? I would not.
Not shocked, but with it being in Philly, and if the Eagles can play a clean game and control the clock, it'll be close.
That's Brock Purdy's revenge game, bro. That's where, remember where he got hurt a couple of years ago in the NFC Championship game? This is a Brock revenge game. So
I'll be rooting for him to beat the Eagles.
You
No
ever
offense
had
to
fresh crow? Yummy.
I'm not going to eat crow. What even what that means?
Speaking of stats, though, and crazy stats, Iowa Sam, how about the Jets with no picks? I mean, the Jets are the Jets. I get it, but not one interception.
It's like it takes luck to actually not have an interception.
And where do you put?
You know, it's like going 0 for 7 on a parlay. You're like, not only I was so bad that I missed all 7.
Oh yeah, that's a really wild stat. And Myles Garrett
hands.
Breaking the sacks record. Where do you put that, Rich? As an accomplishment, props to him.
Thought you did in college.
23 in 25. Where do you put that? Strahan didn't seem to give it all that much credit. I mean, he gave him credit, but not the record that much credit because the game difference and everything else.
No, if you want to talk about stats, there was a stat being thrown around that I don't know if this matters either. They said, well, Myles Garrett had one more game, but with sacks there's a stat called chances, meaning you can't sack a quarterback if the ball's run against you. Myles Garrett actually had less quarterback pass attempts because I think it was 540 to 520. There's a number where he had less chances.
You can't take anything away. The point was made many times too. How he did it, with that team still shining and playing hard is pretty amazing. So credit to him with his 23 sacks. And on the flip side of that, I do want to make one more observation that made me go,
Well, there's plenty more. I feel like
Joe Burrow's the only guy that touches his hair more than me. And not only did he have all this weird nervous energy about his hair, and it went viral, you probably have seen it, but I didn't like what he said again, dude. I don't like his demeanor, and we all like Joe Burrow. Let's make that clear. What he's saying is concerning. Losing isn't fun for anybody, but that's part of the game. And the way he's saying it, and in the manner in which he's saying it, it doesn't vibe with me. It doesn't sound good. A leader shouldn't be talking that way. A guy that wants to, get him next year shouldn't be talking that way. So I don't know. It made me say,
Let's say hi to Matt in Georgia. Matt, what's up, buddy boy?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey,
Real quick, I got a couple things that'll be fast. First, Russell Wilson was not hurt. He's a diva that is no longer a good quarterback.
Yeah, when you say I was hurt but didn't tell anybody, that sounds like an excuse.
Yeah,
even if it's true, it just doesn't sound right to me.
Second, the Ravens, if you need a kicker to win the game for you, you can't blame it on the kicker, you blame it on the team. Third, the Falcons not only got beat by the Jets in November, but lost 2 games in overtime. But what I really called about is Seattle, the Jags, New England, Denver, the Rams, Houston, Pitt, Carolina. New blood in the playoffs, and it is awesome.
Yeah, dude, it is nice to see a lot of new teams emerge for this year's postseason. Honestly, I can't wait to go over all these games with you guys. But first, let's go to Ilo for an update, and then more observations as we get into Wild Card Weekend. What's up, Ilo?
All right, guys, we got 3 head coaches that have been fired today on Black Monday in the NFL.
You're fired!
Basically. Arizona fired Jonathan Gannon. 3 seasons. He went 15-36, including 3-14 this season. The rest of the NFC West combined this season lost 13 games. Arizona lost 14. The Raiders fired head coach Pete Carroll after 1 season as they went 3-14. Browns fired head coach Kevin Stefanski despite 2 Coach of the Year awards. He made 2 playoff trips in 6 seasons with Cleveland. It was just 8-26 over the past 2 years.
Ilo, don't you feel like there's a sense of when a coach gets fired, but you realize they're going to be fine? Like, if I'm Kevin Stefanski, there's a part of me that's like, he's going to get a job in the next, if not next year, the year after, and he gets out of Cleveland. Like, he did all he could, and it just didn't work. Like, there's different ways to get fired. Stefanski should be happy today.
He feels like the guy who got off the Titanic at Southampton, if I can put it that way.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, it's not going to get better there. So, like, Kevin Stefanski is probably like, okay.
He was trying to frown and trying not to smile.
Exactly. He'll get a gig in a year, if not 2.
Yeah, well, along those lines, ESPN reports he's currently expected to speak with the Falcons, Giants, and Titans about their head coaching jobs, and that the Titans will additionally be interviewing now former Atlanta Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. Got another detail about this Russell Wilson story that you guys and your caller has been talking about, and in case people have just tuned in, Russell Wilson revealing today that he tore his hamstring prior to week 2 of the regular season. He would start in 2 more games after that and appear in 3 additional games. And the reason this is a big deal is NFL teams are supposed to disclose injuries. They can get in trouble when they don't. But Wilson tweeted today about this, quote, "Not the Giants' fault. They didn't know because I didn't want to tell anyone because of the circumstances. I just had to play through it and to try and go ball out that day. Thought we were going to win that wild, crazy game." Of course, he's referring to their Week 2 game, the crazy game in which he threw for a ton of yards against the Dallas Cowboys.
Did he tweak it again when he counted down with Seacrest? He was like 5, 4, 3.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, he tweaked it during the 1-2 step.
Because among the comments underneath this tweet, unbiased Mets fan commenting, quote, "Bruh, I know you're trying to pump your value for the offseason, but nobody is buying this." Unquote. Back to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were going to keep it to yourself, then just keep it to yourself.
Okay.
Saying it after the fact just is going to rub everybody the wrong way.
All right. Thank you, Ilo. Covino and Rich, we'll got more observations. We'll play a game, give away some prizes. So a lot coming up in the next hour here on FSR. Now, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They make every playoff moment feel bigger. I can't wait for Wild Card Weekend. There's so many underdogs I love this week. We're going to go over it later this hour.
Bills, Jags, bro.
I'm all about the underdogs. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. Ooh. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash.
Cash money. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW, CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets. If your bet wins in partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Joe Burrow, 29 years old, has got the world by the cojones, but it seems the one thing he doesn't have is his health. Can't stay healthy. And the buzz is, and it's obvious, it's very reminiscent of another legendary quarterback. And I remember where I was when we heard Andrew Luck's retirement speech. Like, he called it Dunzo. I remember being really sad by that. I was so sad, and I'm not an Andrew Luck fan. I'm not a Colts fan, but I'm a fan of greatness, and I was a fan of seeing where his career went. I felt it was very reminiscent when you hear Joe Burrow saying the same sort of thing.
Take a listen to Burrow, and hey, it's what we all do, not just on sports radio and podcast, and you do it on social media. We do it in day-to-day life in our families. We all overanalyze what people say.
Okay, can I just pose the question before we play the clip then? I'm sure you've seen it. Joe Burrow's all over the place today. Is this retirement talk, or is he just going through it? You know, sometimes people just have bad days, bad moods, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days. It could very well be he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, had a bad season, sort of down, sort of glum on himself.
He could also be thinking, man, I came back to a team that couldn't even, stay afloat for me.
Yeah.
Is it even worth it?
Look, we all go through little pouty moments where we feel sorry for ourselves. Could it be just that, and we're making a bigger deal about it? I've never heard Joe Burrow talk this way, though, so that's why it's got people buzzing. Is this retirement talk, or is he just going through it?
And you know what it also proves? That no matter how cool, handsome, successful, it doesn't matter.
No matter how great your hair is.
The guy's got great hair.
Great hair.
Everyone's got problems. He's got a Victoria's Secret supermodel girlfriend. He's one of the highest paid athletes in all professional sports. On top of that, he's like a handsome, cool guy. Like, you would think, what could possibly bother this guy? But he does seem, like you said, like he's going through it.
If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. You know, I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? I'm not sure there was a singular moment or of time. It's just a reflection on a lot of things that I've done and been through in my career. I think I've been through more than most, and it's certainly not easy on the brain or the body, so just trying to have fun doing it again.
You know, even Jamar Chase was taken by surprise. He was like, oh, that's not the Joe Burrow I know and see. He always comes in with positivity, and I don't know. So when I heard Jamar Chase talking about, that's not the guy that I see, I'm thinking that maybe he just had a bad day. Here's Jamar Chase.
He smiles every day. Like the narrative that y'all trying to paint on him right now, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's the same person every day. He comes to work. He loves work. He loves the guys in the locker room, so he's pretty positive to me.
There's no narratives. We're just asking questions. Just for the mic.
A little bit of narratives. That's okay.
Yeah, but if you show up to your workplace, right? Because this is workplace. If I showed up on the air, and we all have bad days, and I said on the air, this just isn't fun for me anymore. Just don't feel the same way that I used to feel about radio. So why do radio if I'm not having fun doing it? There's other things that I could do, and if I'm not having fun, then why this? Wouldn't people be like, hey, dude, are you kidding right now? That doesn't sound like positive talk.
The whole injury stuff that you go through, from anything that we hear from athletes, it's not easy when you're not with the team, you're not playing, and you're injured, and now he comes back into a situation where basically they have to be perfect to even make the playoffs. And if he's now saying after a couple of games back, it looked like it was fun playing against the Ravens on Thanksgiving, right? I mean, they're kicking their butts, but very odd timing.
You know what I'm noticing, Dan?
It was that Bills game in the snow. Honestly, he had
the one he threw 4 touchdowns in.
He had a rough fourth quarter. That game got away, and maybe there's frustration, like you said. Covino's going through it.
A normal response would have been, though, it's been a tough year. It's been a really tough year. Like that sort of vibe. I think there was more to it. And what I noticed listening to that clip is it's not as dramatic to hear it as when you see it. Because when you see him and you see his body language, he looks really defeated. And I get it. Tough season, rough season. But when you see the body language mixed with what he said, it does feel. How Russell really tore his hammy.
1-2 step.
By the way, on a side note, I thought Sierra did a pretty great performance during the Rockin' Eve.
Was it really that rockin' though?
Yeah, even though nothing was really rocking about the entire night.
There was some old legend there. Who was it?
I mean, I only watched a little bit of it, so I don't know who you're talking about.
Right when the ball dropped, who was up there with Sierra, Russ, and like Baron Morrison? There was one legend. I'm trying to remember. Who was it?
I don't know. I'm forgetting.
Come on, Spot. Do you know? Danny G, anyone help me out?
I mean, why do you bring it up if you don't know?
Do you think
Are we supposed to be mind readers?
There's five people
I
in the room.
didn't watch it, but
There's
was
5
it
people in the
Diana
room.
Ross?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
Diana
right.
Ross.
Yeah. How do you forget that?
Because I saw the advertisements, but I didn't watch that.
It's in my mind. I'm like, is Diana Ross still alive?
Yes, you bozo. She sang all her hits.
She's old as hell.
I saw it, but I didn't know she was up there at the end.
Oh, well, see, we figured it out. There's 5 people. No, can I give you a pet peeve of mine?
You're my pet peeve. You bring stuff up, and we're supposed to read your mind. Like, I don't know. Let me think of what Rich isn't thinking of. That's hard. I'm thinking of a guy. I don't know who you're talking about.
What if you had a pet named Peeve?
I'm going to name my next dog Peeve. This is my pet peeve.
Just for you. Just for you. All right, we're going to hear about Rich's pet peeve, but first, time for our Tire Rack play of the day.
I think he would go play of the day. I thought you were saying Sam's line was the play.
That was great. The Ravens
Pet
have
peeve.
to live with another crushing loss to end the season.
Yikes.
Here's the snap. Here's the hold. Here's the boot by Loop. And that kick is no good. No good. It's wide right. No he missed it. Loop missed it. And your Pittsburgh Steelers are AFC North champions.
Oh, boy.
26-24 thriller to end the regular season. That's courtesy of 102.5 WDVE Steelers Radio Network.
That
That's our
laugh.
Tire Rack play of the day.
That laugh sounded like that famous Goofy laugh. 26-24. And he said, Loop said, he just missed it. He just,
Man, that was tough.
For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers. They never miss. Find the right tires for how, what, and where you drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. Convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
So Diana Ross is who Rich was thinking of during the Rockin' Eve. But how in the world am I supposed to know that Rich doesn't realize that's Diana Ross? That's so obvious. It's Diana Ross.
Rich thought
She's
she
only
was
been famous for 170 years.
Rich thought she was Diana Ross.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure. I will say, my biggest pet peeve is people that are braggy about, I went to sleep before midnight.
Oh, yeah, that's lame.
I don't know why. It's like the same type of person that's like, I don't own a TV.
That was like my Uncle Tommy's
or
move
like
growing
or
up.
like
I've never watched one episode of Game of Thrones.
Wake me up when it's
Congratulations.
over.
Oh, Taylor Swift, I can't name a song. It's like people that brag about not knowing stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or like,
I'm with you on that.
it's like, oh, I didn't make it to midnight. You can't stay up to midnight? What are you, a schoolboy? You're too cool to be able to stay up with your wife or girlfriend and be like, 5, 4, 3, hey,
Well-
Happy New Year, give her a kiss, and then you can go to sleep. But if you don't stay up till midnight, I think you're a moron.
Russell Wilson stayed up with his wife because he was there, and Sierra performed.
Yeah.
And the story today is he pulled his hammy. He tore his hammy.
Yeah, Seacrest was
week 2 and didn't tell anybody.
Seacrest was making out with Diana Ross. You missed it.
He must have missed it.
Let's go to Bud in Austin. Wants to talk about my 49ers. What's up, Bud?
Hey, Bud.
How are you guys? I listen to you every night. I love it.
Appreciate it, man. I love Austin. My wife's from New Braunfels. So what's up, man?
I knew that. Thank you. Anyway, I hate to say this, Rich, but I've been a Niner fan since I was 10 years old and watched John Brody. But they are 1-17 when down by 7 points or more in the fourth quarter, and Shanahan is really disappointing me.
Yeah,
So
it's tough
just-
because Shanahan has these moments where it's disappointing, but you know how good he is, so you can't really ever get that mad at Kyle Shanahan. I will say, though, going into Philadelphia, as a Niners fan, I'm not scared. I'm scared what comes after that. I mean, for all I know, the Niners lose and my season's over and I just watch. But as a fan that tries to keep it real, I think they could beat Philly. I think after that, then it gets tricky because then you got to play, the Bears or Seattle
There's never
on
been
the road.
a better chance for your 49ers to win than this year, and you could say the same for the Bills. This is their chance.
Yeah, there's options, but I'm just saying, Fred Warner said he can make a comeback. If they get past the wild card round, there's rumors that Fred Warner comes back. He's training and looking great. So, I don't know. I just think that Philadelphia doesn't scare me. In fact, coming up next, I want to talk about all the underdogs because I think this could be a doggy type of weekend. Rough. Mad Dog Russo style. Doggies everywhere. We'll get to that and a bunch more next right here. CNR.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar? Yeah. Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
3 head coaches were fired on Black Monday in the NFL. The Arizona Cardinals fired Jonathan Gannon after 3 seasons, a record of 15-36, including 3-14 this year. The Las Vegas Raiders fired Pete Carroll after one 3-14 season. The Cleveland Browns fired head coach Kevin Stefanski after he won 2 Coach of the Year awards and made 2 trips to the playoffs in 6 seasons, but went just 8-26 over the last 2. ESPN reports Stefanski currently is expected to speak with the Falcons, Giants, and Titans about their head coaching jobs, and that the Titans will be interviewing former Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. Staying in Atlanta in the NBA, ESPN reports Atlanta Hawks All-Star Trae Young and his agents are working with the Hawks to facilitate a trade. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
Yes. Another year of Covino Rich fun. It looks like a fake year, right? 2026.
Thank you, Trump. And by the way, Venezuela, am I right? What in the hell? That made me go, Just kidding. Broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, we are Covino and Rich. Show sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, use the promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offerings at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And facing a peak season, look for a new member maybe? Workforce solutions from Express Employment Pros make hiring easy. Visit expresspros.com, find an office near you, and see how Express could help you hire smarter and faster people.
Happy New Year, Covino and Rich. If you missed us during the holidays, we did fill in for Dan Patrick a lot. We did a Dan Patrick segmented hat trick. So if you missed any of the shows, catch the podcast or catch the videos. Watch what you hear, Covino and Rich FSR. In fact, you could join the live chat. It's popping right now, Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. And we'll be doing it live from Vegas tomorrow. So if you see us at Spearmint Rhino, the Crazy Horse 2, the Green Door, if you see us in Vegas, be sure to say hi, drinks on you, let's have a good time. But wherever we go, we'll be doing it live this week.
Buddy.
Happy to be here for the new year. I'm Steve Covino. That is Rich Davis. Danny G is the producer.
That's one of my new goals with you guys. We have hundreds of affiliates around the country. I think like once every month or so, we should take the show to a city and just meet some new listeners and party it up somewhere.
I am so down for that. So many affiliates. Let's go. Let's do it. If you're an affiliate, you're a program director, if you're the guy running the board, tell the program director, hey, these guys want to come do it live. Let's make it happen. We'll be there. Yeah. And hope to see you in Vegas the next few days.
All right. Now, before we play Last One Standing, and if you want a head start, you want to get in 877-99 on Fox. Before a hypothetical about watching the playoffs. As we think about all these things that make you go, week 18 of the NFL, as we get into the wild card, I think that there are 6 games. I don't think that's true. But I think and know that 5 of them are so close to call that you could argue maybe more underdogs could pull away with wins this weekend. Let me hit you up with this real quick. We start the weekend, Saturday you got 2 games, right? And then 3 on Sunday and then a Monday Night Football. Saturday, Rams at Panthers. Now, the Rams, we talked about throughout the year, they felt like the team all along that the Rams could possibly win this whole thing.
Dude.
But
Puka Nacua playing at a different level. What's with the one-hand snags?
There was a point in that game against Arizona yesterday where it was close, and then the Rams got away with a couple tip passes that just sort of fell.
They got momentum, though.
And then they pull away at the end.
They're saying Stafford's in the lead now for MVP
Him and
over May.
Drake May 1 and 2.
Yep.
But call me crazy. Call me maybe. I think Carolina could possibly keep it closer. That's the one game where you're like, all right, well, the Rams, that's a gimme for the most part. 10.5-point favorites.
Okay.
We all agree that the Rams should win this game like pretty easily, but
I mean, I think that, but props to the Panthers.
I mean, they're in it, right? It's a new season. It's a home game. We've seen stranger things happen, which, by the way, I finished. Thumbs up. Stranger Things.
I haven't finished yet.
All right. Packers are at the Bears. This line keeps flip-flopping. It's right around pick'em, then it's Packers by 1.5, Bears by 1.5. Right now, as we stand,
what flip-flops harder, this game or Rich Davis on a summer night?
I mean, I love some good flip-flops. But the Bears are home, and they're 1.5-point favorites. But at one point, this line shifted the other way. Would you be shocked at either of these teams winning?
No.
No, and it's a huge rivalry. It's 50-50. It really
Trevor
is.
Lawrence is balling. This seems to be his season.
What are you talking about?
You mean Caleb?
Caleb.
Oh,
well, they
I
both
thought you
are.
were talking about the Jaguars. My bad.
Well, they both are
No.
balling.
Okay, my bad.
No.
Trevor Lawrence
They're
is
both
balling.
Yeah.
The guy's not even listening to me.
No, but Covino's been pumping up Caleb all season.
No, obviously.
But that's
I skipped that game.
That's
Sorry.
a rivalry where
I'm already on Sunday.
He's not even listening to me.
What else is new?
Packers, Bears, both won a game each against each other. You're right. It's a legendary rivalry, and you wouldn't be shocked either way. You just assume this game's going to be close, and somehow someone will pull away at the end of the game. It's going to be a close one. I don't anticipate a blowout by any means, right? It's in Chicago, but the Packers and Matt LaFleur, they're going to come in with a great game plan. And they rested quite a few people yesterday.
I think the Bears win this one.
But you wouldn't be shocked either way.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I think the Bears got this one.
Now, Buffalo is, again, like a 1-point favorite in Jacksonville. Jacksonville hasn't lost, it feels like an eternity. And Buffalo, everyone keeps talking about this is their clearest path to possibly get to the Super Bowl finally with no Burrow or Mahomes or Lamar Jackson. None of these people are in his way, but guess what? There's a new crop of people in his way, and that starts with Trevor Lawrence on Saturday.
That's what I was looking at.
Sunday
Honestly,
morning.
Truthfully, I'm not making excuses. I was just looking at the fact that they're 13-4. Like, that's insane when you think about how good they've been and how solid they've been. It's not going to be easy for the Bills.
Could you make the case that the Jags might be the Bills' biggest hurdle here?
Oh, yeah, I think so. If you told me the Bills were playing New England or Denver, I would pick Buffalo. I think their first-round matchup against the Jags is tougher than if they had to go play in Denver. I really do. I think that the Jags, if the season went on another month, which I know it doesn't, so, I mean, the regular season, I think the Jags would end up being the 1 seed. I think the Jags have been killing teams, and they look amazing. Liam Cohen, a lot of people saying could be coach of the year, right?
And the Bills, you feel like they fought real hard to be 12-5. Good season, but it's not like a typical Josh Allen dominant season.
The same way we were saying how Christian McCaffrey felt like he earned every
he
yard.
For every yard. They fought for every win.
It should be noted, too, the Jags have done all this without their top draft pick, who's been hurt, Travis Hunter.
Is that wild to think? Because when he got shut down, you were like, I don't know if it'll make a difference. Now you're like,
there were highs and lows. You guys remember the get-together here where we were all watching the Chiefs and Jags that night, and Trevor Lawrence fell down not once but twice. We're like,
scampered in the end zone.
Yeah, and then they faltered a little bit, then they rose right back up.
And now they're just hot.
And it's just been a hot fourth quarter of the season for them.
I've mentioned 3 of the games so far. Mm-hmm. And other than the Rams just, probably winning because it's your easiest first-round matchup, Packers-Bears, come on, please. No one's got a gauge no one's got a real good read on that one. And Bills-Jags, how can you tell me you have a read on that one? That's another 1-point favorite. Now, Eagles are getting your courtesy 3-point home field advantage over the Niners. But the Niners, take away that loss against the Seahawks where they were shut down. What was everyone saying? Man, the Niners offense can't be stopped. And the Eagles have been floundering here and there. So you're telling me that you have a good read on that game?
Mm-mm.
No way.
But I do believe your 49ers could win that game.
I absolutely think they can. And then
even after that terrible performance.
And then Chargers-Patriots.
This one's interesting because the Patriots do not have a good pass rush game.
They do not, which means you're giving Justin Herbert and that team an opportunity, right?
Maybe, because they have the worst, them and the Raiders, have the worst O-lines in the league. So this is going to be crazy to watch. Can the Chargers actually get the ball out of Herbert's hand? Can the Patriots find a pass rush? That's going to be the key to this game.
And not to be that guy. I never want to be the guy that says, well, they didn't beat anyone. The Patriots did benefit from a soft schedule. So while they do have home field and while the Patriots are 13-4.
14-3.
14-3. You could argue that, like, it's a soft 14-3. And the Chargers, that's why they're only favored by a field goal and a half at home, because people are like, how good are the Patriots really in a playoff game against Harbaugh? You know, Vrabel, this is the first year, Drake May's first real sort of look in the postseason, right?
Chargers are rested now.
Chargers didn't play last week, really. They sat everyone. And when you look at who the Patriots beat, not to be that guy, but they beat like a lot of teams like the Saints and the Panthers and the Titans and the Browns and the Falcons and the Jets. And like
you're sounding like that guy.
I don't want to sound like that. The Giants, you know, it's the Jets again. Like, to me, we'll see. Listen, if you really believe that they were a 14-3 powerhouse, they wouldn't be favored by a field goal over the Chargers. And then after that game, Covino, let's keep going.
Texans Steelers.
You would assume that based on how hot the Texans are, their defense is ridiculous.
The hottest team in the NFL.
They seem like they are hitting their stride. But then
Metcalf is back.
Yeah, then you look at the other side and you say, well, Metcalf is back, and Aaron Rodgers' playoff experience and Mike Tomlin's experience, you start putting all those things in the mix, and you're like, all right, well, that's the great regulator. That's
9 wins in a row, though, for the Texans, and their defense did look a little vulnerable in the past few games, but who could be hotter than them? So Steelers' hands are full.
Steelers are 3-point dogs there, so I don't think
But what do we say, too? You know, we said it, got to stay consistent. At least I said it.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf, I quote as of today, excited as hell to be back. Who sighed a bigger sigh of relief than him? We already established that as well. Aaron Rodgers pumped to be back. It's been a while. I think they're coming with DK Metcalf having extra to prove here. Like, he has a lot to make up to his team. So I think he's going to try to put it on his back.
I'm looking at all the feedback.
That's a battle. That's going to be a battle.
Mike Oliver said Texans are going to be such a tough out in the playoffs. He wouldn't be shocked if the Houston Texans made a run for the Super Bowl. K-Rain 19 says, guys, it's so funny because I could see Rich's Niners really making a run, but then I could also see it getting out of hand in favor of the Eagles if it goes bad in Brock Purdy's way or something. That's why all these games.
The Eagles' defense is no pushover.
Yeah, no, but Danny, remember in years past where you're like, all right, these teams will win, and then it'll be Brady versus Manning in the AFC Championship, and you knew there were sort of gimme games along the way? I don't think any of these teams, except maybe the Rams, getting the soft card dealt with the Panthers. Other than that, all the other 5 games, I'm so curious later in the week when we do our picks. I wonder if we'll do our annual parlay where we put $5. Everyone has a chance to see how they could do on a 6 or 6 parlay. We never hit those. I think, 1 year one of us hit all 6? Our wild card weekend parlay. All 5, no one's going to get them all.
No, Lorena got them all wrong, which is just as hard to do.
She got them all wrong, and then the very next week she got them all right.
Oh, yeah, that was
Remember that? From one extreme to the other.
That's right.
So just to really, you got to be super excited about the wild card weekend this weekend.
Oh, super pumped.
Can I tell you my kids flag football? Just one little side note.
Sure.
I don't understand this for the life of me. For the life of me. What song, Sam?
I don't know.
Freshman. Verve. Is it Verve Pipe or Verve?
It's the Verve Pipe.
Verve Pipe.
The Verve sings Bittersweet Symphony.
For the life of me. Why do kids have flag football games scheduled during the NFL playoffs?
Because
mess with the parents.
No, but what I'm saying is,
there you go. Because they don't care about the parents' schedule.
No. But what I'm saying, it would be like having a fall ball baseball game on the same day as a World Series game. Like, the kids love the game they play.
Luckily for you, you have a telephone. And you could be able to watch it on there.
A telephone? Okay, boomer.
No, telephone! You don't want to act like a boomer like you can't watch it. You could bring the game wherever you go.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm just shocked that, like, flag football is even being played on Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm like, are we serious? 8-year-old kids playing flag football?
The world doesn't revolve around the games for everybody the way it does for you.
I know, but
and I know that sounds crazy coming from someone on Fox Sports, but that's the truth. Look at the weenie dads out there. You think they all care the way that you care?
But Danny G,
the way you do care, Rich, if it was my kid, like when Koa gets old enough to play, I'm going to tell him the flag football field burned down.
yeah.
Sorry.
There's a lot of
Sorry,
dads that
Koa.
don't care.
But then you feel like such an ass, Danny G, where you're like, do I really care more? But like, for instance,
How does a field burn down?
like, for instance,
it's already a field.
It did. Same
Like-
way when he has to go to Disneyland.
like,
It burned down.
like
Okay,
Danny
that
G-
could I buy.
like Danny G, Sunday morning, like I'm gonna have a conflict where the Bills-Jags, which you could argue is the game of the week.
Yeah,
My
it's the
kid's
phone.
got a flag football game, and I'm thinking I'm the only dad or mom here that is like, yeah, guys, like it's the NFL playoffs. The kids are playing a sport where, guess what? The biggest games of that sport are on TV right now. Like, then you feel like an ass when you're watching your phone instead of your kid. Like, yeah, way to go, kiddo. And
It
you're like,
happens all the time. People schedule birthday parties and events and weddings. It's like, it's Super Bowl weekend.
well, if you are a bride and you misschedule your wedding
But it
around
happens
the
all the
big event, then
time.
it's your fault. I've been to weddings where the bride's crying because guys are all having their phones out watching like a bowl game or like,
it happened to a cousin of mine. We're all watching like a Chavez fight at the bar during the
crying.
wedding, and they're all upset that we're not doing the conga.
All right, let's touch on watching these games real quick, because when we were off last week and we were filming for Dan Patrick, Dan Byer and Monty Bolaños filled in for us a couple days. Big fan of those two.
See, Monty's starting the new year with some highlights in her hair.
Yeah,
She's got those blonde highlights.
she was wearing a leopard shirt like she
Yeah.
was Peg Bundy today.
Yeah, she was bringing the heat today.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I invited the guys here to a little.
Monty said she was offended she wasn't invited, though. You left
I
her
know,
out.
but I know
Yeah.
Monty works on the weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of sexist.
Yeah, a little sexist.
Monty works every weekend.
You know her
But
schedule.
so does Dan Byer has a podcast on the weekend. You invited him.
But Spot, I invited the people that are on our show on a normal Monday through
Menfolk
Friday.
only.
Yeah, just men.
Yeah, just say what you really mean,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Own your sexism.
Do you think I'd rather hang out with you dudes than women?
Men only, bro.
Also-
Menfolk.
also-
Only menfolk.
Men. It was just men only, bro.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I
So
invited,
what was DB saying?
It was the Rich Davis Women's Haters Club.
Yeah.
I invited
No, ma'am.
I invited all you ass clowns. I said, do you guys want to watch the 49ers Seahawks? I'll order food on me. Let's go. And apparently Dan Byer talked about this on our show when he was filling in. Take a listen.
Rich says, guys, Saturday night, Seahawks 49ers, my place, 5:30. Come on over, watch the game. Dan, there's going to be a Seahawks fan here. Come on by. There is no way that I would be able to go to that party.
Absolutely not.
It is. I am not going into a 49ers house. I also am, I want to watch the game by myself sort of guy. So even though there would be another Seahawks fan there, there's no way that I could go over to this party. I appreciate the invite, and I think Rich is all welcoming. I can't believe Rich is going to have another Seahawks fan at his house for a get-together. I would not have blamed him for not inviting me, but Monty, there is no way that I would want to watch the game with someone else or multiple other people who were probably closer to Rich that are saying, well, I want the 49ers. That's Rich's team. There's no way I'd be watching that game with them on Saturday night.
And he responded with that respectfully.
Yeah,
That's sort of what he said in the group message.
He texted me like, respectfully, I'd rather watch the game with anyone on the planet other than you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to
And he
talk
said,
out of,
thanks for the invite, but I can't.
I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth. I just know that Dan's a respectful fan. So I feel like I could have watched it with Dan. Like our buddy Wes in Vegas watched the game with us. He's a Seahawks fan, and it was respectful. I've told one of my Eagle fan friends, remember our buddy Steve? We have an Eagles fan who I told, like, yeah, I don't want to watch you because you're going to bother me. And he said I was a big wuss, and he got all mad about it. Because remember, I had the stance, and I blamed it on my kids. Like, yeah, you're going to upset my kids.
Yeah, that was a weird sort of way to.
I was like, yeah, my kids are all
Tell them
pumped. My
no.
kids are all pumped to watch a game. I don't want, My kids don't get it. You'll be rooting against the team we want. I'm like,
you should have just told them no. I don't know. For you to blame it on your kids, that is weird. But, yeah, I think you assess the situation. The Eagles fan that Rich talks about, I could see him being annoying during the game.
He's obnoxious.
I don't see Rich and Dan and our buddy Wes being obnoxious with each other. You have to know the company. But I actually agree with Dan Byer here. I'm surprised that you invited a Seahawks fan, multiple Seahawks fans. They were nice ones, though. I understand your thinking. But I'm with Dan. Like, big games like this, I don't want any distractions and any people bothering me. I actually see his point, and I think he bowed out respectfully, and I think he did it the right way.
He did it. Listen, I respect it, but if you want to chime in, we'll take your feedback. We're going to play a game next, but if you want to chime in, at Covino and Rich.
Watching the big game alone or with mixed company is really what it comes down to.
It's not even alone. I think the mixed company is the part of it, meaning I think if you're like Covino, one time
he did say alone, though.
You and I watched a Yankees playoff game once. I'm not a Yankees fan, but I was, I'm a Mets fan, so I had no horse in the race. But there was a big Red Sox-Yankees game, and I remember someone brought a Red Sox fan.
It was my sister's boyfriend, Luis, at the time.
Yeah, but
he came in there with a Red Sox jersey, ruined the whole vibe. I wanted to karate kick him in the chest, and I liked the kid, but he started rooting for the Red Sox and
in your
being
house.
a jerk about it in our house, and it's a house full of Yankees fans. And he sort of leaned into that fun, and it was maybe fun for him, but it wasn't like fun for anybody else.
I told you about a year. Do you remember when the 49ers beat the Lions in the NFC Championship a couple years ago? One of the moms at the school was over the house. Like, we invited some of the parents over, and this woman who had no love of the Lions, she was just rooting for the Lions because she was like, yeah, I guess I want to root for them. I'm like, yeah, but you're in a Niners fan house? So when she was like, yeah, Jared Goff, I told my wife, shut her up or tell her to leave our home.
Yeah, zip it there, Zippy. Especially when you're watching there. Like, if you're really invested, you're watching really tight. You're tight. And even though that person...
easily perturbed.
Yeah, that person may be playful in the moment or whatever, but like that's not the time or place when you're on the edge of your seat,
bro,
all tight like that.
When your team fails to hold the other team on third and 12, and that person does a little yeah,
you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear that.
It's even hard to watch with fans of your own team sometimes because it depends what kind of fan they are. Are they positive or are they a negative fan?
So your thoughts?
Do you intermingle? Do you mix it up?
Covino and Rich, and we'll play Last One Standing a lot next coming up. On Monday, Covino and Rich back in action. 877-99 on Fox.
It all comes down to this for all the Tostitos. One game, the best of the best playing for the Lombardi. So if you're watching at home, watch it like it matters. Without Dan Byer. I mean, on the TCL Ultimate Series, the QM8K or the QM9K.
This is the Super Bowl football, bright stadium lights, fast cuts, big hits, bigger debates. Was he in? Did he move? Did the ball move? Did it cross the goal line? TCL brings the ultimate brightness and ultimate black level, so the picture stays clean from kickoff to the final drive. It's like you could smell the fresh cut grass. You could see the toe drag and the little pieces of turf pop up.
Yeah, man. And go big. The Ultimate Series is available in a massive 98-inch class. So
that's a big-ass TV, but I think you can handle it.
Bigger's better. So every seat is a great seat, not just the people in the middle.
And if you can't be in the stadium, this is the next best thing. TCL Ultimate Series, available at all major retailers. TCL, the official TV partner of the NFL, here for Super Bowl 60.
Livy Dunn's buns in the sun.
Yeah, well, I just was doing my research for the show.
Yeah, well, apparently she's in Hawaii vacationing with future Yankee, her boyfriend, Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
He goes to the Yankees. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, Livy Dunn bought a place in New York City, but she is a model and gymnast and all social media.
Hold on. Not only did she buy a place in New York City, he's also been telling his teammates, that's a true story, apparently. He's been telling teammates that he wants to play in New York.
They denied that.
I mean, those are rumors, but I believe them.
Who started that rumor? Austin Wells?
Me.
Who started that rumor? Anthony Volpe?
His teammates.
Oh, no, his teammates.
He made it very clear, like, this isn't the place to be. This is where superstars go to die. I want to play in New York.
Well, Livy Dunn, the headline is Toastin' Buns in the Sun on Hawaiian Vacation with Paul Skeens. And there you go. If you watch it on the YouTube, buns are out. Sun's out, buns out. And Covino and I disagree on one major thing here. When you're with your wife or girlfriend or whoever you're dating, whoever you're with, Covino's way anti-booty out.
Well, hold on. Let's make this clear. I love a nice booty. I'm saying the person I'm with. So, hey, if there's women walking around with their cheeks out, you better believe I'll be looking at them, and that's the problem. If I'm hanging out with my buddies' wives, and my buddies' wives are all walking around with their asses out, how is that appropriate when everyone's looking at each other?
I mean, it's the appropriate swimwear for 2025.
It's not appropriate. That's why you can't wear stuff like that at Disneyland, because it's not appropriate. I mean, just because it's in style and because young women are doing it doesn't mean that everybody should be doing it. Go to a water park. You think everybody should be dressing like that? Absolutely not. Well, leave some to the imagination. That's why it was a big story in the New York Post this week. Even athleisure, athletic wear, has gone too far and too skimpy, where it's distracting at the gym, where women are showing lots of crevassier, a lot of crevice, a lot exposed, a lot revealed, nothing to the imagination, to the point where other women are uncomfortable. It's a national story. It's not me judging or anything like that. It's a story all over the New York Post. Men are going to see it, and men are going to like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying as a dad of a teenager, as the boyfriend of a young woman, amongst mixed company and family, that's inappropriate. What you're doing in your own time, on your own vacation, when it's just you and her, that's fine. Whatever. You want to tan your ass? Go right ahead.
Who doesn't want to tan ass?
Right.
I'm just saying.
But Rich is condoning that this is okay amongst mixed company.
Style.
That's awkward.
Style,
you think I want Danny G looking at my girlfriend's ass?
Style dictates what the cuts of bathing suits are.
Wait, I never did that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Let's say we all went away.
Avert your eyes, sir.
Yeah.
Style dictates what cuts of bathing suits are popular, right? Like men's.
Doesn't mean
men's
that other
swim
ones are
trunks.
non-existent.
Are you gonna let me get a word in, or are you just gonna vent about how lame you are?
You could say lame, or, I mean, how about leaving some to the imagination?
What's next,
Why do you
Rich?
need to show your wife's ass to
Nude
everybody?
beaches? Nude beaches? Is that what you want?
You sound like a voyeur to me. Like, everybody, check out my wife's ass.
I mean, what do you want? Do you want women to wear bathing suits like it's the 1920s
No.
and they're on the boardwalk like,
No.
hello, my baby,
No,
hello, my
because
darling?
because there's a compromise, and they still sell, like, pretty
A
revealing
sarong.
and sexy bathing suits.
If you want,
you act like you have to wear a grandma
If
bathing
you want
suit.
old lady bathing suits, where are you going to find them? Walmart, Target, like women
they're
shop.
They're not old. There's compromise.
Women shop online.
How you gonna
She's
feel?
showing ankle.
Yeah, how you gonna feel when your daughter's dressing like that? You're cool with it?
Yeah, I guess so, because it's the times.
No,
What
you're
are you
not.
Gonna do?
You're cool with it because she's 8 years old. That's why you're cool with it.
I'm telling you, you're like going against the style. I saw a picture of your girlfriend with all her friends on a trip, and she was the only girl wearing like a full bottom bathing suit. Like
You
she
know
bought
why?
it at like.
'Cause she has class. No one wants to see your nasty ass. Nope. Not everybody should be dressing like that.
It's
It's too revealing. It is.
So
guys
you think
don't
you
do
think
that.
you think
are
Libby Dunn-
guys showing bottom beanbag? Are guys doing that? Should I be doing that? I don't know. No, because it's not appropriate. Just because it's the style doesn't make it right.
Triple B,
That,
bottom
and by the way,
beanbag.
that doesn't mean I'm not staring and I'm not admiring sometimes. Of course I am. I'm a man.
But you want Livy Dunn wearing full bottom bathing suit on vacation with her?
No, because she's not my girlfriend. I don't care.
Yeah, but
So if she wants to rock that, I'm like, go for her. Good for her. I
If
don't
you
care.
were going away with some friends for a weekend, you would tell your girlfriend like, no, don't
Yeah, because
expose
I
that
know what a
butt.
pervert and creep you are.
Oh,
so
me.
why would I want my
Me.
girlfriend walking around like that in front of you? Yes, you. Yes. So why would I want that? Why would I want that? Guys are going to be guys.
Monty, your thoughts? Because Monty, you came to our anniversary party,
he's
and I feel
lying.
like
guys are going to be guys. So just because it's my girlfriend, you mean Rich isn't going to look at her? Well, think about it. I'm not saying women shouldn't be in style. I'm not saying women shouldn't wear these.
Listen to yourself.
I'm saying they shouldn't wear them amongst family and friends.
Nope, not. Mm-mm.
Nope. Not. Mm-mm.
All right.
So we have a lot of people on the phone, on the telephone, waiting to play Last One Standing. Some people chiming in about how to watch the games. Look, it's the games that matter where the company matters. Because Dan Byer turned down Rich's invite. You can't have a Seahawks fan sitting there with a bunch of 49ers fans.
You know what, though? DB did miss out on some great chicken parm.
Ooh, yeah.
So did I. I was like, oh no.
Sam, we getting FOMO? We will feel missing out?
Especially with Cove. Is like, I'll try to make it. I'm like, Covino's going.
Well, hell yeah. Rich said food was on him. Yeah. Maria's Italian Kitchen.
Oh,
Italian food,
go. No. So your thoughts on that. We'll continue. Plus, we have more to get to. I didn't even really talk about Tom Brady and him and Alex Earl, the update there. So there's lots to get to.
What do you think about that?
I think good for him, but he's breaking the rule.
What's the rule?
The rule is half your age plus 7, isn't it? Isn't that the rule? I know Tom Brady's above the law, and he's Tom Brady.
I think he
is.
He
wants.
So what is he, 47?
Yeah, are those like GOAT exceptions?
Well, like 23. So
he's 48. She's 25. But I'll get to it. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Tire Rack!
And I don't want to make the people wait. We got our host, Danny G, on standby. It's time for Last One Standing.
Oh, hit it.
You have 5 seconds to battle for your sports trivia life.
Man. I don't got it.
Put your electronic devices down and pick your sports knowledge up. It's CNR's Last One Standing.
Last One Standing.
All right, I have 4 categories ready to go. If needed, a tiebreaker. Each contestant gets 5 seconds to stay alive in the round. If you run out of time or answer incorrectly, Iowa Sam takes you out with his buzzer. We keep battling until you are the last one standing. If you win 2 of the rounds, you're the top dog. Here are the contestants. 12-time winner, Steve Covino, right over there.
Buddy boy.
He sucks. Covino stinks.
Next to him, 17-time winner, Rich Davis.
Yeah, 17. He's like Shohei Ohtani, this guy.
And in the house for 37-time winner, Dan Byers, 2-time winner, Isaac Lowen.
It's not easy being low and crazy.
There it is. All right, go into the studio line to see who's playing for CNR football. Ilo, I'll use you for this. Would you love to travel to beautiful Glendale, Arizona, Tyler, Texas, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, or Corpus Christi, Texas?
I got to go the Detroit, Minnesota one or the Minnesota-Detroit one.
Oh, that's Johnny.
Interesting to me.
Johnny.
What's up, bud? Johnny?
Am I still on the radio?
Yeah, you just got on the radio.
Am I still online?
I'm not in Michigan, though. I'll just let you know that, big dog.
Oh, Johnny, where are you from?
St. Paul, Minnesota, but I live in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
That's you. All right, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, I call you guys all the time.
All right, Johnny.
Okay. All right, Johnny. Well, you haven't played this game yet.
Was I yelling? I'm sorry if I was yelling.
No, you're okay. Johnny, Spot is the fact checker during this game, by the way.
I hate it so much.
I'm probably going to mess everything up. Okay, I gotta stop talking.
Okay. All right, so be patient with Spot as he checks answers.
I'm getting blushed. I'm getting blushed right now, bro.
Calm down.
All right, Johnny.
I feel so good about this.
All right.
No, he's gone.
I'll hear it.
I think it's happy hour in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
Johnny.
Wherever he is.
No, it's not.
Johnny.
It's only 5:30.
Lord.
Sip it and let's play the game.
5 o'clock somewhere.
5:30 is happy hour.
Calm down.
What is this?
Okay, all right.
Johnny, here's the rules of last one standing. You only speak when you're spoken to.
Are you there?
Johnny.
Okay, I'm not using.
Oh, my goodness. I would love to
Can I make an executive decision and go to one of the other lines?
No. Johnny has one more chance. Johnny?
All right, Johnny.
I'm ready.
All right. Don't talk unless we call your name.
Calm down.
All right. First category. Black Monday Bonanza.
Okay.
You have 5 seconds to name one of the 10 NFL teams who has had the most head coaches since the year 2000.
Oh.
There we go.
Minnesota Vikings.
All right. Johnny.
This guy is a bozo.
Johnny.
All right, Ilo, Arizona or Texas?
I say the home of Selena.
Let's go to Arizona. Glendale, Arizona.
That is Art.
Man, I hope I don't disappoint y'all like you just did.
I don't think that's possible, Art.
Hey, wait, hear me out. I'm gonna shut the hell up. But this is my first time playing this. But I'm gonna shut up and hear what you got to say.
All right, cool.
Thank
you.
I'm shooting from the hip.
All right, once again, 10 NFL teams on this list who have had the most head coaches since the year 2000. This list from Bro Bible does not include interim coaches who may have finished.
Cleveland Brown.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Are you there?
You gotta wait.
Calm down.
You guys should have listened to me and went to the home of Selena.
You just gotta wait, Art. That's it. That's all. But I was
Wait
gonna
your
say,
turn.
I'll start it off, Danny G.
Wait, hold on. Art.
Do you want to go to Texas or do you want to stay in Arizona?
Art's okay. Art's a good guy.
Hey,
Okay.
Art, we're going to go around the room. When it's your turn, we'll tell you, and then you go around.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
and we
okay.
go, Art,
Process of elimination.
And then we go around the room, Art, until someone gets stumped. But wait until you hear your name.
It's
Okay.
all good, man. Ready?
All right.
Start with Art, then. Start with Art, Danny.
Yeah.
Start with Art.
Start with Art? Okay. Art, you're up first. Go. As soon as the clock starts right now, go.
I'm going to go Cleveland Browns.
Browns are on the list. They've had 10.
All right. I was gonna go Raiders.
Raiders are on the list. They've had 13.
Only Rich.
You know, I was so concerned with this doofus, I didn't even start thinking.
Sorry. I'll give you an extra couple seconds.
Arizona Cardinals?
They are on the list with 8.
Okay.
Nice pull. Lowenkron.
Don't do it like that.
Art.
The Jets have won the toss and elected not to play.
Lowenkron.
That was my guess. Jets.
Jets?
Oh,
Jets.
Jets, yes.
Okay.
They've had 8.
Back to Art.
Carolina.
Not on the list.
No. Sorry, Art, out of this round. Covino.
Browns.
Said already.
Oh.
Dummy.
Jeez.
Yeah, Art got me confused.
I know.
Vikings.
Not on the list.
Rich.
Washington Redskins / Commanders.
9, yes,
Yeah,
with 9.
third on the list. Lowenkron.
I'm going to go the pre-Dan Campbell Detroit Lions.
The Lions are on there with
one.
8.
Nice pull. Back to Rich.
Oh, man. I'm going to go the pre-Shanahan 49ers had a bunch in there.
And you would be incorrect.
Lowenkron wins that round.
I'm going to go with... Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already win.
I was going to go with the
one.
Bears, Jaguars, and Titans.
Jags were there. You missed the Bills, Broncos, and Dolphins.
Quit showing off.
Yeah, I was going to
I
say
was thinking Dolphins, yeah.
Dolphins before Mike McDaniel. It was a little dicey. All right.
All right,
Still dicey.
Second,
Still dicey, yeah.
Second category.
Dicey.
Isaac was in his documentary, part 2.
Here we go.
You have 5 seconds to name an NBA player who's on the same list as Kobe for the most all-time field goals attempted.
Ooh.
So all-time field goal attempts.
Okay.
NBA only, okay?
Okay.
All right. Art, you're going to be up first. You ready? When the timer starts.
I gotta go hibachi, Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, my God.
He'll jack it up.
What do you say, Gilbert?
We're taking the top 30, by the way.
Top 30, not on the list.
Sorry. Not there. 6 of the players are active, by the way. Lowenkron.
I'm going to go with Kareem.
Yes. At number 2 with 28,307.
Rich.
These are attempted shots, correct?
Yes, attempted.
I mean, just to get some out off the way, LeBron James.
LeBron James, number 1.
Yes,
LeBron
number
James.
1.
3845.
Covino.
Yeah, Jordan's got to be on there.
Yep, number 5 with 24,537.
Lowenkron.
Oh, gosh. Wilt. Oh, wait a minute. That's a different category. Yeah, I'm going to go Wilt.
He is on the list. Not at number 1, but at number 9, 23,497. Same amount, though.
All right, Rich.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd, not on the list.
Really?
Yeah, not in the top 30.
Covino.
I'm going to go James Harden.
James Harden is right towards the bottom, 27 with 19,157.
Boom. Lowenkron.
Karl Malone.
Yep, at number 3 with 26,210.
All right, Covino.
Back to me. I saw Westbrook broke some records over the weekend.
Yep, at number 11 with 21,948.
Nice. Back to Lowenkron.
Westbrook.
Oh, boy. I'm not a fan of this guy's game, but Carmelo Anthony?
Yep, at number 10 with 22,643.
Great pull. Covino. 3, 2.
Just longevity, Carter.
Yep, at number 14 with 21,339.
Back to Lowenkron.
All right. Oh, God, I almost misspoke. How about a guess, Dirk Nowitzki?
Dirk is on the list at number 8 with 23,734.
What a battle, Covino. 3, 2.
Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller, not on the list.
Lowenkron walks
I was
off.
going to guess Durant and Curry. Are they on the list too?
Let's see. Durant is on the list at number 13.
Yep.
Steph Curry right at the bottom at 30.
Wow.
That is
because you said how many? 6 were active, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Isaac.
Lowenkron's third victory, filling in for Dan Byer.
Great job, Lowenkron. Let it be Lowenkron.
I tried to get all tricky with Jason Kidd. I don't know why I did that.
Art, great job, man. First time playing.
Y'all cheated me because the way he said that question and then threw that, they are all active players now. I could have just named active players. Curry off the top.
Yeah, hey.
But
That's the
you
name of
did
the
me
game.
wrong, but I love y'all, man.
Hey,
I
love you
this
too.
show.
Sounded like Zach Taylor after Miles Garrett's sack yesterday.
What's going on, Ilo? Let's get an update. Speaking of which,
What up, Lowenkron?
Other coaches not having a good day?
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm having a good day and I just won the game. Back to you. But yes, you're right. Black Monday, 3 head coaches fired. The Arizona Cardinals firing Jonathan Gannon after 3 seasons, 15-36 record. The Raiders firing Pete Carroll after a 3-14 one-season stint. The Cleveland Browns firing Kevin Stefanski after 6 seasons. However, ESPN reports that Stefanski currently expected to speak with the Falcons, Giants, and Titans about their head coaching jobs, as well as the fact that the Titans will be interviewing former Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. We have a couple of final items, guys, about quarterbacking situations in the state of Florida. Tua Tagovailoa was interviewed today by 3 writers, so no electronic media, no radio and TV around him. One of the writers was Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald, who reported the following. Asked if he is hoping for a fresh start, Tua said, quote, "That would be dope. I would be good with it," unquote. The 3 of us who asked him made sure he knew that we meant elsewhere. Tua very politely declined to speak beyond that. Elsewhere in Florida, we have an NFL quarterback weightlifting update. On Sunday night, Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence celebrated winning the AFC South at an unnamed bar by being squatted by a young woman. At Natasha, with 2 A's, on TikTok, posted a video of her putting the 6'6", 220-pound Lawrence on her back at the bar like a barbell and squatting him multiple times. Among the comments, "What's your PR?" "Oh, Trevor Lawrence." Back to you guys.
Wow.
That sounds like a hot night for Rich Davis in the early 2000s.
It's funny. All right. Hey, by the way, Pete Carroll, Danny G. Pete Carroll could end up being like your favorite person ever because his one little one and done 3-14 could pave the way for like good years to come. So you may look back and be like, "Yo, that Pete Carroll season was worth it for the misery." No.
Your lips to God's ears. It was frustrating watching the personnel decisions he made throughout the year, him and his son.
What if it was all him and Tom Brady's ploy all along?
Like evil geniuses.
All right, well, hey, thank you, Ilo. Thank you, Danny G.
We still have to talk a little. I don't want to be all gossipy about Tom Brady, but there is an update.
Oh, Tom Brady update? Perfect. Yeah. All right, we'll get to that next, so hang tight. More Covino and Rich. Tom Brady, some playoffs, all coming up. But DraftKings Sportsbook, that's where you got to go. The official sports betting partner of the NFL, making every playoff moment feel bigger. We just talked about all the underdogs and how I may roll all underdog parlay. That might be the play.
What's the gain though? Bills Jags probably. Yeah. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW. That's code CRSHOW to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. I'll tell you this. What we love and look forward to every year, NFL is king. We love the report cards. When the players get together and they judge the teams based on facilities, how they treat their families, the workout room, travel. It's their way of being like, yo, I'm going to blind survey the place I work at, and you can't stop me. And did you see the latest? The NFL owners want to put a stop to this.
Yeah, they said enough of the report cards. In fact, owners like Woody Johnson, they're trying to diminish the credibility of it. They're saying it's bogus, actually. That's the quote, right? It's all bogus.
Yeah, the Jets owner is leading the way. And
well, you know who wants to stop it?
He was graded with an F.
The weak-ass owners want to stop it. Like, if Danny, if there was a list and you were ranked high on it, you'd love the list. If there was a list and you were ranked low on it, you'd be like, bunk list. So I get it.
That is true. Every time they come out with like talk radio lists, we're usually on them, but never like where we want to be. So we're like, they stink. But if we were number one, we're like, hell yeah.
You just made the list.
Yeah, baby, we're on the list number one.
If there was like some weak-ass made-up list of like top Latino broadcasters, and it was like number 4, Steve Covino, he'd be like, this is a great list.
Not bad. Yeah, I should be top 3, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. So your thoughts
on
on
the list?
Your thoughts on the list. Are you on the list? I think this is really cool. I love the player surveys. Now, you could say it's petty and BS because a lot of times it's spiteful. But remember the players survey and Caitlin Clark ranked low, and it's like, oh, what a bunch of jealous biatches.
Well, there's a lot involved. The facility, like you said, how they treat their kids.
But I'm saying
how they welcome their families.
Not
all
just
these
in
things.
The NFL. I'm saying all these player surveys in all sports would be like, who do you find the most overrated in the NBA? And it's like, whoa, that's the sentiment among your peers. I feel like peer surveys do hold a little clout to me. You might think, wow, is there much thought put into it? I like these surveys because, for instance, even though the Chiefs are a dynasty that have dominated, remember they had some Fs?
Yeah, I remember.
For like
and you know what?
Player medical care.
Yeah, like so
for us, it's great fodder, great things to talk about, and it's fun to speculate. So of course we're gonna love it. I could see how it rubs the NFL and the owners the wrong way. Think about it. You're spending so much money on these dudes, and then they come back. This is how you thank me with an F on the report card. It's got to sting a little bit from their perspective.
Well, I'll give you an example.
But I do believe there's a nugget of truth to it.
If we gave Fox Sports Radio rankings based on places we've worked, I know where I would grade it high and where I'd grade it low. Maybe
we used to get free snacks at other jobs.
I was going to say
number 5.
I remember there were jobs. There were jobs. I'll give you where we worked. SNY in New York, which was the Mets and Jets
snack wall.
There was a free snack wall.
We had a snack wall, man.
And I remember thinking,
we all got fat too from that.
Yeah,
snack
I was going to say, Rich, it's good that we don't have that at Fox Sports Radio.
We were like taking Sun Chips home with us, man. In a way, all right. I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'll be Keanu Reeves. When you think about it, it's a bit hypocritical. If they were to ask you, what would you do? What would you do? Because it is anonymous, crappy feedback. It's like if you're on social media, don't you look down on the jabroni who chimes in anonymously with some heavy criticism? It's like if you're going to say something rude and critical, you should own up to it. Like, it's very cowardly to do it anonymously like that.
Well, I think in this case they have to, but the NFLPA, they stick up for themselves, and they've even recently, the survey process has been enhanced. They are including third-party perspectives, they say, to ensure a comprehensive evaluation of each team's workplace standards.
I get it, and I do think it's interesting, and I do believe there's truth to it. But like Rich said before, there are disgruntled people for whatever reason. There are people who are just jerks. And as a radio show, Rich, do you give more credibility to the person who owns up to who he is? There's pictures of him and his family on social media, and he's like, Rich Davis sucks. That hurts and means a lot more than someone anonymous with no picture profile whatsoever, and he's like, Rich sucks. It just does.
For the life of me. For the life of me. What did I say before? For the life of me, I could see I can't see how anyone has a gauge on any of these wild card games this weekend, except for maybe the Rams-Panthers. Besides that, you're just picking out of a hat. You're nobody from Nowhereville thinking you know. Because I promise you, no one knows. All these games are like a field goal or under odds.
No one knows. Queens of the Stone Age style. Queens of the Stone Age style. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA partner. Right now, use the promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offerings at DraftKings. Again, that's promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
And your next success could begin sooner than you think. Apply now and save with no application fee through February 11th at University of Maryland Global Campus. This new year, put your goals within reach at an accredited state university. Learn more at umgc.edu.
All right, now it's a Monday. It's good to be back tomorrow live from Vegas. But a reminder, too, if you missed us during the holidays, we filled in for Dan Patrick a few days. Again, just search Covino and Rich wherever you stream your podcasts, and you can actually watch it. I was live in Idaho filling in for DP.
Oh, good for you.
We had some fun, but you could actually watch it. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube.
Good for you,
Join
potato
the fun
boy.
there. And tomorrow, live from Vegas, we're going to do Showtime Mahomes Trivia. Your chance to win more CNR Nerf footballs on the show.
All right, well, listen, we dealt with a lot of great football. In fact, this week, you know, if you're a football fan, you might not be able to keep it in your pants because you got 2 playoff football games in college, Thursday, Friday, and then you have wild card NFL football Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So five days in a row.
I'm about to unfurl.
Whoa.
And the party actually starts this afternoon with the FCS National Championship, Montana State, Illinois State, in 40 minutes.
No, but I'm talking about stuff people care about.
I know, but come on, it's the National Championship in Nashville, Tennessee, in 40 minutes. Montana State, Illinois State.
Something to watch.
Something to watch on a Monday. There's no Monday Night Football.
But hey, you have so much great football. There's a lot of great shows to binge watch. There's just a lot. And one of those things you may have seen over the break, besides Dr. Pepper, girl.
Nobody saw that except for us.
Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice.
Toodaloo. There's some
Dr. Pepper, baby.
social media girl who made a jingle for Dr. Pepper, and everybody's rallying around her like, it has to be the new jingle.
She's great.
It's gone viral.
Besides Dr. Pepper, baby.
You guys like Dr. Pepper?
You know, my wife likes it.
I think it's
more than me.
underrated.
It is, you know.
I like it occasionally. I think it's
I
underrated.
feel like if you're going to get fast food, you might go with a Dr. Pepper with it. Like Taco Bell or something. You might be,
it's one of the diet sodas that tastes closest to the original.
Diet Dr. Pepper's really good.
So, besides Dr. Pepper, girl.
Who's all the buzz on social media?
I couldn't believe how much buzz it got that Dancing with the Stars influencer hottie Alex Earl, whose ex-boyfriend was NFL player Braxton Berrios, was seen New Year's Eve, and she's hot, by the way. She's got a pretty much like a perfect fit body if you're into that type.
Some creepiness coming out here.
Stop it.
I could feel it. But
she's rubbing Tom Brady's back.
She's rubbing the back.
She's throwing it out there for
They're
Tommy
in
boy.
St. Barth's. They're in St. Barth's.
Yeah, you're hanging out at your buddy Bart's house.
Yeah, and the update today is, it's obvious they were all flirty.
Yeah.
But no hookup is the update. And I'm not buying it at all.
Well, why? Just because
I'm just not. Because you're Tom Brady. You're not just for the smell of it, for the fun of it, for the hell of it.
On a holiday?
I
I'm
think
just saying,
it's BS.
Tom Brady, there might be just too much involved. Like,
the age gap is 48 and 25.
You never passed on booty just knowing that it would be hassle. Like, this might be too much for him. In fact, Tom Brady's been known at these parties. Do you remember Tom Brady at, was it Bezos' wedding? Sydney Sweeney was all over him.
She was a little touchy, bro.
Sydney Sweeney was all over Tom Brady. In the past, we've heard about Kim Kardashian and Sofia Vergara all saying,
and you know what? I bet you Tom Brady had some fun with all of them.
You think because
That's my guess.
Tom Brady has
Why
integrity.
not? He's single, bro. His ex is already married, having a kid and everything. He got to be having his fun.
You think
he
Tom
just
Brady
doesn't kiss and tell, and he shouldn't.
You think Tom Brady?
And I don't want to be a weenie speculating, but I'm just giving you the update.
Look at the way she's rubbing his back.
Yeah, dude, you're crazy.
Look at that.
But dating her, I think, is different because he should be dating someone at least in their 30s because it's half your age plus 7, right?
You think Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Coach Belichick disagrees.
Tommy's like, come over. It's a good do what I'm doing. It's really fantastic.
That's right.
Pays dividends.
Join the dark side.
So look at that. Brady and Belichick have more in common than you thought. But if you think Tom Brady's
Following my blueprint.
Brady is getting with every young hottie, that wants him, I think you're crazy. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow live in Vegas. Have a great Monday night. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Yeah, Tommy.
Bye, guys.